Hey guys, Seton HVAC here. So in today's video, I'm going to go over 5 things that you should do as a new HVAC contractor, and I'm going to go over 5 things that you should not do as a new HVAC contractor. Hopefully this is informative to you, and let me know if you guys have any ideas to add to this. So enjoy the video, guys. Okay guys, if you're a brand new HVAC business, these are 5 key things that you want to do right off the bat in order to get new business and retain business. So let's go over each of these real quick, and then we'll discuss them. So let's start with number 1, Facebook page. Let me explain why that's important. Okay guys, Facebook page. So I personally despise Facebook, and I think we all do, just for certain reasons. But it's a necessary evil when it comes to HVAC business, because if you don't have a Facebook page, you're going to miss out on work that you're going to get via Facebook. I use Facebook almost entirely for my work for probably the first year. It was the best thing that I used to get work, installation, service, you name it. So let me reiterate, I really don't like Facebook for any other purpose. I think it brings out the worst in people. It really does, because they can hide behind their keyboard. But as far as business, it's a necessary evil, and it's not number 1. It's number 1 on my list, but it's in the top 5 of things that you should do right off the bat if you open up an HVAC business. And I'm talking about making a business page, not your personal page. Separate that. Have just your business page on Facebook. You'll be happy you did, because you'll get a lot of work from it. So, yep, Facebook page is number 1. Let's go on to number 2. Okay guys, number 2, call contractors and realtors. Let me explain that one to you. Okay guys, number 2. So first thing I did after I got myself a Facebook page is I contacted, now you can do it via Facebook, you can do it via the phone book, straight out of the directory. You can email people. Some places are even doing texts. You'll take texts. Any way to get a hold of these contractors and realtors is very, very important. Do it. Get your name out there. They're always needing somebody. Maybe they just lost somebody that they used for a long time. Maybe they don't like the guy that they're using. So get out there. Email, Facebook message, call right out of the book. Say, hey, I'm a new contractor in the area. I'd like to earn your business. They will get a hold of you if you just keep pestering them. Now, I don't mean spam them and stuff, but just say, hey, send an email, say, hey, this is my situation. I'd like to do the work for you if you give me a chance, and the main thing with that is when you do get the work from them finally, do the best that you've ever done, and make it so they don't want to use anybody else ever again. So very, very important. And that's what I did, and now I do work for lots of realtors, and it's not the best work. Some of it's just little maintenance stuff to if they're selling a home or somebody's buying a home, but it's a good thing to get into, and it'll give you steady work while you're building up your customer base. Let's get on to number 3. Number 3, hand out business cards. This one kind of speaks for itself, but I want to get into it a little more with you. Okay guys, so I don't care if you are at a grocery store, if you're running by the convenience store, always have your business cards on you. No matter where I go, I have a stack of business cards. I keep some in my wallet, or I'll keep some in my vehicle. Pass them out. Don't just strike up a conversation with somebody and say, hey, do you have an HVAC guy that you use? Who do you use? Strike up with the clerk at the store, or just somebody in line. Don't pester them. Just same way you wouldn't pester people on Facebook or something. But hand out your business card to everybody you see. You'll be amazed how much work you'll get from that. And be personable with them first. It wasn't easy for me because I'm introverted. So, but I want to succeed. So I keep those business cards with me, and I hand them out to everybody I see, no matter where I'm at. I hand them out to every customer that I come in contact with, whether it's a tenant, a renter at a house. everybody gets my business card. So I want to make sure they're everywhere. And if you continue to do that, it will reap benefits soon. So actually, I shouldn't say soon, very quickly for you right off the bat. You'll get calls, I bet you, within a week. So yeah, hand out business cards, everybody that you see. Number 4, talk to other HVAC contractors. Let me tell you what that means. Okay, guys, I know there's a lot of people that, you know, are really, really reserved when it comes to networking with their competition, is really how they see it. I don't see them as my competition. I see them as friends in the business, because especially in my area, it's kind of a smaller area. Everybody pretty much knows everybody or knows about everybody. So it's good to basically, you're not colluding with them, but you're befriending them, because there may be a time where they can't get to something. They're going, well, this guy really treated me fair. Let's give this customer to them. You know, we just can't handle it at this moment. Or maybe there's a segment of the industry that they don't handle, and you can handle that. Like for me, for instance, most of the HVAC contractors around here don't do water heaters, tankless water heaters, you know, heat pump water heaters, etc. And I do. I'm licensed to do it. Mostly around here, plumbers are the guys that do water heaters, but I'm certified to do it. So a lot of HVAC contractors give me that portion of their project, and it gives me some steady passive work. So befriend other HVAC contractors. We're all in this together, and there's no reason to dislike each other. So number 5, do what you say every time. This is probably the most important thing. Let's talk about it. Okay, guys, it only takes one screw up, and many people know about it. So I'm not perfect. I make lots of mistakes, and every time I do it, I feel horribly, because I know a lot more people are going to know about that than when I did a good job. So starting out, do what you say every time. If you say you're going to be there at 4 o'clock, you better darn well be there. If you say you're going to be, you say you're going to install this, you say you're going to, whatever it may be. There's too many examples to come up with. But whenever it comes out of your mouth, you better back up, and you better do to 150%, or you're just not going to get any recurring business from these people. So number 1 most important thing, do what you say you're going to do every time. Okay, I mean, it's pretty much common sense, right? So anyway, that's my 5 main things I think a new HVAC business should do. Let's go over 5 things that you shouldn't do. Okay, number 1, Angie's List Home Advisor. I bet you guys know where I'm going with this. All right, guys, so Angie's List Home Advisor, pretty much any of those pay to get leads companies. Sorry, I got a brain fart for a second. Whenever I think about those companies, it just drives me nuts. If you're going to pay somebody to give you leads on work that you may or may not get, then you might as well just throw your money in the fireplace, because a lot of especially Home Advisor, I know for a fact they'll give it to, I've heard 50 contractors, especially if you're a large city, and they'll just they're going to charge every last one of them, and they know that 49 of them have no chance in hell of getting the job. So stay away from all those pay for leads businesses. They're a sham. Don't do it. Number 2, direct mailers. So this is another one that kind of goes without saying too. Sorry about the bobbling phone there. I hit it. So I think if you're an established business that's been around a long time, direct mailers do have their use, because people already know your name. It's one of those things where, okay, they've seen you once, they've seen you twice, they've seen you 3 times. They must know you've been around, and you're going to do the work. But as a new business, you definitely don't want to put direct mailers out. I think the return on investment is just way too low. You're going to put out, let's say you put out 10,000 of them. You might get a couple calls out of it. I don't know, but what you're going to spend on it, I just don't think it's worth it to go through all the hassle of direct mailers. So some of you might disagree with me, but I'm not for direct mailers. Number 3, and I think we all know this, but don't ever badmouth the competition. Let's talk about it. So this is a mistake that I made in the past, was bad mouthing the competition back when I worked up in Washington, because I thought I was the best. I thought my S didn't stink, and that I could do no wrong. As I get older, I realize we're all in this thing together, and just bad mouthing somebody else doesn't get you anywhere. It really doesn't. So whenever a customer tells me that they've had a bad experience with somebody else, I'm like, well, I just kind of go quiet. I don't really say anything. I focus more on what you're going to do for them, and you'll be better in the long run. So that's my advice on that. Number 4, underbid. Let me explain that. Okay, guys, so that's pretty self-explanatory too, but I made this mistake too in my first business. That's why it didn't last. It only lasted 2 years. Was I thought, hey, I have lower overhead than everybody as a one-man band, so I can do, $30 an hour is good for me. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I figured that was enough. And if you've ever owned a business, that's not enough. So don't underbid for the sake of getting work. Charge what you need to charge, and that goes off my videos from yesterday. Charge what you need to charge to stay in business and make a good profit, because it's not a charity that we're doing here. This is a very good service that we're giving people, so we deserve to be paid well for it. So do not underbid other contractors ever. That goes for whether you're a new business or somebody 20 years in. Don't ever do it. If somebody tries to do that with you, say, hey, I'm not interested in you as a customer because you only want cheap. And that's the darn truth. Let's get paid for what we're worth, okay? Or get paid well for what we do. So very good one there. Do not underbid. Number 5, specials. Let me show you what that means. So I never, ever, I'll say ever again, do sales. I do offer rebates through the utilities, but I don't say, hey, we're doing a sale on this thermostat this month, or we'll throw in an AC if you purchase a furnace. That's all BS, man. Don't do specials, because all you're doing is cheapening what you're doing, okay? It's a feel-good thing for people, but I don't believe in it. I think it's what's the word I'm looking for? If the word's not coming to me, hold on. Okay, guys, I don't ever, I'll say ever again, do sales, rebates. Yeah, I do them through the utility companies, but I kind of have to if I'm going to have a relationship with them. But I think it's false advertising. These companies that say, hey, if you buy a furnace, we'll throw in the AC for free, or hey, a free thermostat. Nothing's free. We have to pay for it. We're not a charity. So if somebody tries to say, hey, can you sharpen your pencil? I'll go, no. What do you want me to take off the job then? What do you want me to remove from the project if you want me to lower my price? Because this is what my price is. So I don't play that game. If somebody wants a lower price, they can go find somebody else. That's just the way it is. And you're going to be stronger for it, and you're going to be a better contractor for it. So that's my top 5 on that, guys. So I basically did top 5 pros, things you want to do when you're starting a new HVAC business, and 5 things you don't want to do, in my opinion. You might not agree with me, but this is my opinion. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll be back next week after tomorrow, Labor Day. I'm gonna take that off with ride-along videos for you. So thanks for watching.